Hi everyone, so today is October 12th and it is officially the first week post-show, which means reverse diet. So I'm going to talk about reverse diet here. This is basically the opposite of dieting. It is exactly what it says, reverse diet. So instead of how when you are trying to lose weight for these competitions, you keep cutting your calories down and bringing the cardio up, it is the opposite. So this time you bring the cardio down and put the calories back up slowly. So if you want to maximize your muscle gains and up your metabolic rate and speed up your metabolism, this has to be taken very patiently and slowly. Now you see a lot of competitors or even people that have had eating disorders or something. If they just go from eating basically nothing to just eating a crap ton, your body, literally it will store it as fat and you'll gain a lot of fat back really fast. The reason the reverse diet is slow is because you want to give your metabolism time to adjust and to get used to the higher calories, higher carbs, higher fat. During these competition diets, your metabolism really slows down. You have a lot less energy and you're functioning on very low calories. So with that, you have to teach your body how to get out of that starvation mode and start amping back up the calories, speeding up your metabolism, realizing that your body doesn't have to just hold on to all that food, that you can actually use it for energy. It's a whole process. If you drastically increase your calories before your metabolism has time to speed up and balance out with it, you will pack on the pounds very fast. You have to give your metabolism time to speed up rather than just go and eat whatever you want. So with that, I'm going to show you how I did mine, which I have right here. So the lowest that my macros got to were 120 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, 27 grams of fat, 1203 calories. That just makes me sick. Okay, but that's what you gotta do for these competitions. So that is gonna be my starting point. So this I wrote all out. So I have week 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a 4-week reverse diet, and again, this is subject to change. I'll monitor my weight, see how it goes. I'm gonna be strict with it the first 4 weeks, just because I personally want to do this for me. I really want to take it slower and play around with numbers and kind of like a little experiment on myself. Last time I think I went a little bit too fast and I just had some issues with it. And not that I like gained a bunch of weight back, but psychologically I just was kind of like all over the place. And I would really like to get my carbs up to 200 to 300 grams while maintaining a relatively lean physique. I want my metabolism to speed up, to be able to function and stay lean while eating a lot. That is the point of this. Can you see that? Oh wow, okay, let's cover that. Yeah, okay, anyway, this always happens. My goal is to be able to I don't want to stay like this tiny, this shredded, this skinny. It's just I want to stay relatively lean and not get all like pudgy, but I still want to be eating a lot and making gains. So my goal is to put on muscle, eat around 2,000 calories while still staying in a place I feel comfortable. So I'm going to try a 4-week one. So like I said, I started at 120, 120, 27. Okay, so that's right here. So for week 1, every week, my goal is to increase by 15 grams of carbs. That is a slow adjustment. So for instance, you can see I go from 120 to 125 to 130 to 135. So by the end of the first week, like today I'm at 125 grams. I'll get to 135 and then I'll stay at that until the end of the week. And then when week 2 starts, I'll bump up to 140, and I only have 3 here. So I'll go from 140 to 150 to 155. I'll stay at 155 for that whole week. I probably could throw in 145 there too if I want to go 555. So that's that. And then it's the same thing. I just keep increasing my carbs by 5. Now there's a lot of math there's a lot of different calculations I put into this. Like for instance, you can see once my carbs got to once my protein hit 150, I kept it there. So the reason for that being is generally most people need 0.8 grams of protein per pound. If you're very active, really into bodybuilding, they say to have about 1 to 1.1 gram per pound. So about 1.1 gram per pound of body weight for me is around 150. So that is going to be the number I maintain at. People think more protein is good, but in reality, if your body doesn't need that extra protein, it gets converted to fat. So guys, if you think by eating all these little protein bars and protein cookies you're having all those extra scoops of protein is beneficial, it's not. There comes a point where you can't keep going to it and it cuts off, and eventually it will get stored as fat. So don't overdo the protein. If you do, just no more than I say 1.1 to 1.2 per gram of body weight. So for me, 150, so that's where I'm going to be staying at. But you want to keep your fats between 20 to 30% of your overall calories, and carbs 40 to 60. Carbs can be manipulated. Carbs go to glucose, glycogen stores, energy. Carbs are the main source of energy, so you can play around with carbs the most. So I'm going to keep the protein at 150 the whole time. My fats will jump from 27 to about 45 to 48 grams by the end of this. So fat's gonna still stay below 50 grams for me with my body weight, my height, everything. But by the end of week 4, I'll be at 190 grams of carbs, and then I will continue from there. And then my goal is by the 4 weeks to stop tracking. I do not believe in tracking your food year round. Mentally, I just don't believe in it, and there's more to life than tracking everything you eat. For me, this is more to build myself up, and then I can just kind of like not worry about it. My metabolism's already, this is just for me to speed up my metabolism so that I can eventually just not have to worry about following this strictly. It's just going to be strict for the first 4 weeks. But once I get to 190 grams, my goal then is going to go to above 200, and kind of just know that every day I'm able to eat around that much. Now when I'm at the end of this 150, 190, 45, I'll be at 1765 calories, and my goal is to get to around 2000. So after this, we'll play around, see where I'm at. Is this as strict as a competition diet? No. If I want to have a social life, I can. So being on this diet, you know, there's different weekends during the month of October. You know, there's Halloween weekend, there's my friend's birthday, I'm going to visit her. The first weekend of November is Dad's weekend at Ohio University. I will not track that weekend. You know, I'm not doing competition anymore, and food does not kill me. So this, I'm not going to like kill myself. I will hit these numbers 90% of the time, but there's going to be days where I also just don't track and just have a life. So that's the fun part about this time. So that's kind of what's going on with the reverse diet. And if you have any questions, I do offer coaching, so I will link my email below and we can talk personally. I do training plans, I do macro plans, I do plans for bulking, for cutting. Just message me and we can talk. All right, I hope this was helpful. Good morning, everybody. Okay. It is Saturday morning and we're about to go to the farmer's market. I'm going with a couple friends, so I'm gonna film that here in Athens. But I was up all morning. I'm sorry I haven't filmed all week. It's been midterm week, plus just crazy with school. I've been on my reverse diet, which I talked about in the earlier clips, but this morning, oh my god, so I'm getting really into baking now, guys, and like kind of like different, more whole food cooking and whatnot. But I made pancakes this morning. I used spelt flour, and spelt is a non-hybrid primitive relative of our present day wheat that dates back more than 9,000 years. Its ground spelt flour has a unique nutty flavor and can be used in most recipes calling for wheat flour. So it's used instead of wheat, and it's really good for fiber and iron as well. So that is something that I'm gonna start using more. I'm trying to make some substitutions. So spelt flour, I did spelt flour pancakes this morning. They were amazing, and if you want the recipe to see how those came out, go to my Instagram, which I will link below, because it was amazing. And for the whole stack, which was a lot, it was 41 grams of protein, 41 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat, which is really good. So I've learned how to manipulate my recipes. So check that out. And next I'm gonna go change now so I don't look like a, yeah, like this at the farmer's market. All right.
Yeah, there's stuff that I needed to do, like other stuff I needed to do this morning.
All right, we just got to the Athens farmer's market and we're going to be going through there now. It's like set up in this parking lot. And I can't see right now. Ow. Show them your apple because it's held. Yay! Oh my god, the kettle corn.
Right there. Look.
What?
In front of you. Yeah.
Maple syrup. I'm still getting the maple syrup. Oh my god, guys, the kettle corn smells really good.
Try a sample kettle corn. Papa's. Yum. That was really good.
Actually, do you want maple syrup? I need to get that.
Yeah, it's probably all through. Gluten-free.
They owe you one more 5 here. Just a second. They're the normal spot.
Pumpkin bread.
Wait, can we try that? Is that samples?
Probably actually better than
Oh my god.
Since we're back up in the woods,
Oh my
it's a haunted train tunnel,
Oh my god.
and they're having that's park department setting up.
So you don't even have to put the white.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
So there's so many booths here and I just bought candy and a loaf of bread. So good, health. Can't stop. All the samples make me want to buy everything.
Oh, they're cute. And they're only $3.
I'm dying.
Oh my god. Friendship bread. Aw. Oh my god. Okay, look. Oh, alright. This is so fun.
Everyone say your name.
Oh my god, it's so bright.
What's up,
Joe? Lacey.
And we just shopped at the farmer's market here in Athens and I highly recommend you come. Support local farms. And I just spent all my college tuition at $100. Okay. That's all. So most competitors after a show have a lot of issue with freedom, I guess you could say. They'll go some days and just eat anything and everything, and then some days they'll freak out, they'll do extra cardio, they'll start binging, and I know this because I was there last year. So last year I was having an issue with food after the show. Like I was at a point where I was like terrified to even raise my calories back up because I'd be hitting them, but then I'd go over and I'm like, oh my god, I ruined it, but then I'd eat to the point I was sick. So I would have free days, and on my free days I'd go crazy. Okay, and it took me like about a month or two to kind of like get used to it again. But this time around I'm just doing, I know it's only been a week, but I'm okay. I know I'm gonna be okay because I learned the first time, and I want to tell other people this so that they know. I don't know, I just love healthy food. I'm a nutrition major. I love cooking. I just wanted to have more variety and health back in my diet. So I didn't really have necessarily the tendency to want to binge. It was just I wanted to be able to eat more variety of foods again. So what I'm doing is during the week, Monday through Friday, I follow my reverse. And I'll be honest, this whole week I wasn't perfect. Actually, like 2 days out of the week, I probably was way over 135 grams of carbs. It probably was more close to 150. But it happens, and in reality, I'm burning it all, but that's still low for me, and my goal is to get up to 2,000 calories within by Thanksgiving time. I'd like to be at 2,000 calories. Response, I woke up this morning at 128 pounds, guys. That was how much I weighed on show day. So actually I was struggling to break my entire competition prep leading up to the show. I was struggling to break 130 pounds. Like my body would not go below 130. Now that the show's done, I'm at 128, like I'm easily below 130. It just goes to show you what food does for the body, because my metabolism I rebooted my metabolism by eating more again. So that's the plan. So anyways, this weekend I'm not tracking, but I'm not going crazy. It just means I'm not like obsessing, because if you don't give yourself balance on a reverse, you are going to go crazy, because now you have freedom and you can easily eat what you want. But I don't want to make myself go crazy. So during the week, during the school week, I'm on a schedule, so I stay on my routine, whatever. But on the weekends, I'm just like going to eat meals but not care what's in them. Like this morning, I made pancakes. I totaled the amount up to see after what the macros were, just because I was curious, and it still was, I didn't even care. The whole time I was baking them, I just enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the meal. And then I tracked it after just to see, and I was still like, okay. So it's just, I'm basically just giving myself a break to enjoy foods I want to enjoy, despite my reverse. Plus, that keeps from breaking plateaus. So mentally, physically, it's beneficial as long as you have the ability to not binge. Cardio, I decreased 10 minutes for this week, what I was doing before, so I will probably keep decreasing that then by 5 minutes from here on out. Or I just like doing cardio sometimes because I enjoy it, so I mean here and there. Lifting's been the same, but once my strength gets back up, I'm going to start getting back more into squat and deadlift, which is something I've been waiting to do. So get my strength back up, go hard in the gym again. But yeah, so far I'm just so happy. I feel great, honestly. Like, I don't know, I'm just in such a good place, and every morning, you know, I've been continuing more with my prayers, my reading, my meditation with God every morning, and that's been helping me. And just knowing that from here on out my calories are gonna get higher also makes me happy, and it just makes me happy to eat good again, and to know that I'm getting my nutrients back in. So I'm just in a really good place. And to any other competitors out there, just know that you're in control. You have a say for everything you do. Everything you put in your mouth, everything you do, it all starts with your mind. So be strong-minded. You don't have to go and be crazy. And if you do have a spill out, or anyone that doesn't compete, if you have a day where you just eat a lot and binge, you can't gain weight in one day. You may feel a little uncomfortable, but just drink your water and get back on it the next day. You'll be okay. You don't get just, it's, if you do it every single day, then you've got a problem. But for the most part, you'll be all right. So that's the plan. I'm going to start week 2 of my reverse morning, and now I'm going to a little fall festival today. I'm taking a little bit break from homework. Just going to let today be a relaxing day. All right, guys, that is all, and I hope you all have a great weekend.
This is adorable.
You did? How festive is that? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. How lovely. Very, very. Country lady, you come up there and then it's pitch black, and you know there's like. You go first. Come on, be a good boy. Okay, let's see what we can do with that boy hug. She looks scary because of that lump. It's benign. It's just cute. Okay. I don't know if any of these.
Oh shoot! Okay. Wait, oh my god! Oh my god!
It's like the perfect.
You want a cookie? I didn't give you a cookie on the map, did I?
From France, I got with me so many thoughts and
I don't even know. I'm gonna fall on my face. This is so.
The trees aren't in full color yet, but they will. But this,
You still should check the label, because I'm sure some of the stuff they know exactly where to go.
really. So do you
And to like,
This is just like heaven, honestly. I know. I just like how it's like peaceful.
We have a library of Christian readings and stuff, so you could use all those. I just put a few samples out. There's some books up there.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Oh my god, I can just like imagine. Like I can. currently at probably the most beautiful house I've ever seen in my entire life.
Honestly, you don't even understand.
No, like, you literally don't
It is
know.
the most beautiful house
Yes.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, in the middle of
two
nowhere.
houses.
Yeah.
3 houses.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
There's
God
literally
God is good.
dogs everywhere, and like I just
Talk
feel
about the
like
dogs.
I'm in heaven. Like
We are
we're literally in
Heaven
heaven.
on earth, right here.
Pure bliss.
And we're gonna go see chicks now, so obviously we must be in heaven. Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore.
The better angel one.
And she seems she's okay. I think she's going to survive. So one of them was her.
Maria, is there chicks over there? This place is beautiful. It's like there's it's like a farmland over here. This couple from the church at my school like invited us over here today, and it's beautiful. Sorry, I'm like talking to myself.
No wait, I just want you to get like a. Oh my god, are you your feet really
My feet are killing me. Yeah, guys, I'm a size 8, and these are a size 6, and I'm walking like 20 miles, so that's good. Update. Still. Okay. Still walking. Okay. Oh, it's okay. You know what? I'm not made for the farmland. It's fine. We're walking to see something. I'm not sure what we're seeing, but it is so peaceful here, though. That is all I gotta say. And there's a dog in front of me. Okay. Heaven.
And then it's custard. See, this is the overripe.
Oh.
She's like, oh, your feet are really killing you, aren't they?
I'll be alright.
Her workout for the day.
So that's what you.
At the farmers market today, we saw.
Yeah, Papa.
Something. Like they like.
I went to the Pawpaw Festival, so I saw. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Get your plates and sit down and drinks, okay? So we're just.
No, that's it. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're fine. Good morning, everyone. Today's Sunday, and I'm about to go to breakfast with a couple friends. We're going to this place called Village Bakery, and it's supposed to be, I believe it's like locally grown food around here, and a lot of gluten-free options, a lot of like healthier options. I'm really excited for that. I'm just overwhelmed with emotions today. I have had the best weekend. Wow, 2 weekends in a row. My competition weekend was so surreal, and then this weekend has been amazing. And I think the #1 reason is why is because just God has been in the center of everything. This morning I woke up at my usual just early hour, and I was reading again, and praying is something that I used to not understand. I think a lot of people, when they pray, they don't really know. They feel like awkward, like talking, like, who am I talking to? Or they don't know what to say. And that's the thing, no one knows what to say. You just pray. And I've kind of just gotten more into it, I guess, the last year, and kind of more just closer with God. So I read every morning, and then I truly believe that whatever book I'm reading at the time, God wants me to read, because it's teaching me something that I asked for in my growth. So I after, like, I highlight as I read, like literally, like I literally will like go through and like highlight, and then I read over everything I highlighted. Because let's put it this way, everyone can read the same book, not everyone's gonna highlight the same thing. And it's interesting because life is based on our perceptions. No one in this world is the same. Everyone has a different perception. So I'm like, why did I highlight what I highlighted? And then I'll go and like I'll write in a journal like everything that I highlighted from that chapter, and then I'll pray about it, what God wants me to learn from it, and then I'll openly practice. The current book I'm reading is by John C. Maxwell. This is a great book. The book I read before is Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. And then John C. Maxwell is an amazing, wow, he's just an amazing businessman and leader, but he also was a priest or a pastor. I don't know what he went by, but either way, he was a man of faith before that. So that's why I love how he writes his books, so I highly recommend that. I don't know, yesterday was just great though, talking with the people from the church here in Athens and kind of talking about school and like my career and where I want to go, and just talking it out loud. It's just, I keep finding more and more of my why every single day because I actively try to, and I pray that for everyone to actively figure out their purpose and their why. And you're not gonna find it unless you ask for God's help and you ask for his guidance, and that's what I've done, and that's why I think I have such a clear vision and why I felt so good lately. I know that whatever I do, I want to give back, and I think that's the number one thing that everyone should aim for, is that whatever they do, how can they change someone else's life? What you give versus what you get. Think about that in everything you do. Is your giving higher than what you're getting, or is your getting higher than your giving? And that's something you need to look for. Like, is what you're doing just to benefit yourself, or are you trying to actually like benefit other people? And that is the key component, I think, to success, is if you can truly change other people's lives and motivate other people to be the best version of themselves, or everything we go through. And if we learn valuable lessons, how can we take what we learned to help other people? So everything I do, because fitness can be such a materialistic, self-absorbed thing, you know, working on your own body, working on what you're eating, this and that. And I see so many people in the industry, it's just they do it for their own wealth. That's not why I'm here. And I hope that you guys have noticed that by now. I really want to encompass God into everything I do, to show people how to use their faith to actively change their own lives. And I really pray that I'm doing that for you all. So breakfast this morning, I'm gonna film a little bit of that, but this is gonna be me concluding the vlog here. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all learned something from this, and I'm excited to keep showing you my reverse diet the next 3-4 weeks, and just how I'm living life with balance, because it's not just about looking perfect, okay? Because there's more to life than your body. So anyways, I hope you all have a great week. I hope this video finds you well, and now I'm gonna go get some breakfast. The Village Bakery here in Athens.
Didn't you get spelled?
Yeah, that's what I made pancakes with. Alright, we finally got our food an hour late. What did you get?
What is it called? Quiche and eggs. Quiche and chicken sausage. Frittata and chicken sausage.
And this is an oatmeal pie thing.